One thing I can tell you is that all prisons got rules. Some of the rules written, some of the rules not written at all. All the rules you better learn. That's key for survival. And I'm not talking about the ones in the handbook. I'm talking about the rules set by the prisoners, the ones that's been locked down for years, some even decades. Those are the rules that are key to your survival and key to keeping you alive. The story I'm about to tell you is about an 18-year-old dude from Fresno, young dude, new to prison, new to politics. He had to learn this rule the hard way. I got a couple homies love me, couple homies hate me, couple motherfuckers wanna fade me, but they hella shaky. This ain't Parker Brothers, I ain't playing. Move, just let me land. I'm on YouTube chasing all these bands. That's the master plan. Teach a couple lessons, then expand. Can't no go ahead. Reaching people all in Bethlehem. Damn. Reaching people all in Bethlehem. What's cracking, YouTube? And how's everyone doing? This is the Unchained Podcast, and I am Kano3, your host and your guide through these streets. Let me take you on the journey. So everybody know that when things crack off in prison, most of the time it's for the most minute thing. Sometimes it's some very serious things. That's usually when you see someone getting hit. But for the most time, you know, when little riots and little scuffles jump off, it's for very minute things. You know, it's for somebody moved something or you took too long on the phone. In this instant, I'm gonna get into a story when something jumped off over something very simple that could have been solved over a simple dialogue. But this how it went. So everybody know in prison, you get 15 minutes on your phone call, right? You sign up on a sign-up sheet. You got your allotted time, say I'm taking from 7:30 to 8. You know what I mean? Those usually was the prime hours because that's right before they finna lock everybody down. So everybody getting that last little phone call to their old lady or their kids or whatever the case may be. Every second on that phone counts. Your time is from 8 to 8:15. At 8:14, you need to be packing it up already and letting the other man get on. So in this case, it was this one OG dude. He was from Grape Street. And you know, he was a daily phone dude. I was a daily phone dude. There was a few of us, like, you know, we call our old ladies and kids every day. You know what I mean? And this was back when they had to put money on the phone and everything. Now they got tablets. All the calls is free. They can call whenever they want to, basically. It wasn't like that then. Then you was in line. You got your 15 minutes. And when your 15 minutes was up, you gone. Actually, like I said, 14 minutes, because just for courtesy, you want to already start getting off the phone to let the other man get on. So one day, you know what I mean, everybody has signed up. I'm waiting on my turn. I think I'm cooking me some food. We all in the day room. I'm cooking me some food. It's finna be like the lockup. Bam. So it's this young nigga it's his first time ever in jail. He's a young dude, 18 years old. He a big youngster, but he young, like he real young at heart, real innocent, he ain't innocent because he was out there thugging on the street from the stories that I talked to him about. But he was a little youngster, 18-year-old out of Fresno, came straight from juvenile hall into the penitentiary system. He was about to go home, you know what I mean, soon. So now his term is next. I see him. He eyeballing the clock. He looking at the clock because he know it's his time already. But the OG from Grape Street still on the phone. So he like 2-3 minutes into his phone call already. You know, Fresno ain't said nothing yet. So finally, you know, Fresno, you know, he just kind of walk into his peripheral where he could see him, and he just let him know, like, hey dog, it's my time, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of just basically look at him like, so Fresno looking around like, damn, dog. So Fresno give him a little bit more time, a couple more minutes. So Fresno pop back up on him like a few more minutes later. He like, hey dog, it's my time, man. You running into my time. It's already 5 minutes. So he look at Fresno and he like wave him off like, man, go sit your ass down somewhere. So now Fresno like, man, what the feezy? So he pacing back and forth like, man, what the hell going on with this dude? So Fresno start pacing back and forth. The nigga from Grape Street look over at him like, is he pacing back and forth like he finna do something? Hop up, he hang the phone up. Boom. Hop up and run up on the little youngster and he start arguing with him like, yo, what's up, man? What's up with you, dog? Why you all up on me? He like, bro, it's my turn and you still on the phone. And so, you know, the dude from Grape Street basically telling him like, I don't care nothing about that. You see, I'm over here on the phone handling business. I'm over here getting into it with my girl. I got business to handle. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I got to call my peoples too. I got business to handle too. You know what I mean? So he kind of, the little youngster kind of like bulked up on him because he looking around. You done already got phone checked. And now he done ran up on you and he basically finna punk you out in front of everybody. So the Fresno youngster, he like, man, I can't, I'm not finna let you do me like this. So Fresno youngster kind of step up on him and let him know like, hey, check this out, man, what you want to do? And he asked the dude that he messing with, he big, he probably about 6'6", like 280. He built like the dude from Boys in the Hood that was like, hey, get them little niggas they ball back. You know, the dude with the do-rag, you know what I'm talking about. If y'all seen Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm talking about. Man, he looked just like that dude, right? So I'm already like in my head, I'm looking from the cut. I'm like, that damn Fresno in trouble. Oh, so he like, nah, man, he like, it's my phone time, you know what I mean? He like, well, he in Grape Street telling him, well, then go use the phone then and stop acting like a little. So Fresno like, what? And he like, man, you heard what I called you? So now that's crazy, right? Not only did he done took your phone time, he done ran up on you and pressed you, and he just called you all about your name and one of the worst names that you could be called. I would have been fired off already. I would have been fired off. But Fresno still ain't fired off. So Grape Street just basically was like, man. And then he just turned around. We all thought we all thought Grape Street was just finna get on. Then he dropped him, one hit. Pow! Fresno slid right in front of me. Whoa. Slumped. I'm like, God damn. And then Grape Street coming. Grape Street finna pound ground and pounding. But I rush out, you know what I mean? I put my food to the side, I rush out, I grab Grape Street. I was like, no, dog, come on. Cause me and Fresno was like my little partner, you know what I'm saying? I had, you know what I mean? He was like my little partner. I used to play basketball with him, all the little shits, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with him, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to see him get done bad. And I knew that he was fresh. I knew he still didn't know how to jail. They still hadn't taught him how to jail. He still didn't know how to program yet. You know what I mean? He was still wet behind the ears. So I knew he just didn't know. So, you know, I kind of grabbed Grape Street. Me and one of the homies, the other homie from Main Street, bam, we grabbed Grape Street. We like, come on. So, you know, he like, man, get up off me. Get the fuck up off me. Bam, so now here come some niggas from the gangster car because I don't know if the Grape Street's one with the gangsters. I don't know. I'm not really too familiar with the LA politics, but the gangsters in Grape Street was like this in there. So when they saw me in Main Street grabbing Grape Street up off of Fresno, right? They pop up like, what's up? What's happening? One of them got his little thing out and everything. One of them got a blammer on him and he peel it straight out on him and he got this crazy look in his eyes like, what's happening? And he like, oh, no. He like, it's cool. He like, man, I just had to lay this little buster out. And they're like, who, Fresno? And he like, yeah, whoop, this, that, and the other. So they like, what's happening? So Fresno coming too, like, you know what I'm saying? Fresno, like, he getting himself together. They go and walk off to the other side of the day room, laughing and giggling. I guess he telling them about what happened. So me and the homie from Main Street, we kind of looking at each other and we like, man, they in here tripping, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Fresno finally get up, he get himself together, man. We like, what's up, dog? You straight? And he just shaking his head, you know what I mean? He hella embarrassed. He don't even know what to do. Like, he really hella embarrassed right now. And he like, man, that's crazy. He just telling us, he like, man, I look like a sucker in front of everybody, huh? And we like, man, you can't let that shit slide like it. There's no way you can let that slide. But we trying to stay out the politics because it ain't got nothing to do with us, you know what I mean? So, but we letting him know, like, hey, I don't care what you gotta do. You better go get with your peoples. I don't care what you gotta do. But you can't let that slide though. So, you know, like, probably a full day done already passed. And then the little youngster Fresno come up, he like, I know what I'm finna do. He like, yeah, man, you know, hey, nice knowing y'all, homie. He was like, hey, man, you know, I mess with you, dog. You cool, man. Y'all cool. Thank y'all. You know, we like, what's this fool finna do? So, you know, he go back over to his little area. He done went and got a burner of one of his homies. So now he pacing back and forth looking crazy. And we don't know, like, what's on his mind. We don't even know at the time that he got a burner, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, we just chilling. I'm watching. I'm like, what he finna do? I'm like, what's going on? Next thing you know, here come the goon squad and everybody busting into the building. Boom! Everybody go back to your spot. Everybody locked down. Everybody locked down right now. Everybody locked down. Boom. Everybody locked down. They went straight to go get Fresno. Somebody must have told on him or something, you know what I'm saying? Cause they came out, he had like 3-4 weapons on him up in there. You know what I mean? So they came, they shook his little spot down, took all his stuff. They came out with like 3-4 weapons. And then they was dangling the weapons too. So we all seen them when they was leaving with the weapons. We knew he had weapons on him and shit. I was like, damn, like he was finna butcher some of them niggas, boy. But you know, it came this close. He got caught. Like, I think he was finna do it right then. But right when he was finna do it, he got cracked. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's a story about this little young nigga from Fresno, 18. You know what I mean? Fresh to prison, brand new to politics, brand new to jailing. And he had to learn a lesson about being disrespected. Because sometimes the lesson ain't about disrespecting somebody. The lesson ain't in that. Sometimes the lesson is in being disrespected and letting someone disrespect you and take it where they want to take it there with you. Because if you allow them to do that, they are going to take it as far as you allow them to do it. In prison, they take no prisoners. They all politicking. They all trying to manipulate somehow. They all got a goal. And it's going on all day. That's why most of the prisoners that get out, they senses be so sharp, they be so keen. Because we done been in the snake pit, rattling around. So we already know you can't, soon as a snake get in front of an ex-con, a seasoned ex-con, soon as a bad vibe or a snake get in front of us, we can sense it immediately. You don't even got to say no words. I could just look at you, how your aura already came up, snakish. You know, but yeah, the lesson in this was in being disrespected, because you just can't let nobody do what they want to you. Sometimes you're gonna have to take it there. That's why it's so careful. That's why it's so important to be careful how you carry yourself, the words that you use, and the things that you say that you down to do, because you are binding yourself basically in a contract. You out here with your homies and you telling them, oh yeah, you know, I'm down to bust. I'm down to go get off on somebody. I'm down to go play ball. Guess what's gonna happen when it's time to play ball? Your number gonna get called. You know, you out here doing robberies, hitting licks. Guess what? Guess what's gonna happen when they got a lick to hit? Guess what they gonna call? And it's gonna be time to play ball. You gotta always know that the words that you speak are powerful, so you gotta watch what you say, because the things that you say is always gonna come back to test you. The universe has a way to bring those words right back on you full circle. Like, I be on here talking about how I fight a lot. I don't expect nobody to come and try to fight me because I ain't been fighting in a long time. But the universe has a weird way of, next thing you know, they'll pop up and be talking about they want to fade. And I'm gonna have to knock me a nigga out. On me. But anyway, it's Blue Cheese Entertainment. You already know what this is. It's the Unchained Podcast. And this done been another one. Signing off from the pirate ship, man. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe, man, if you made it this far, man. Yeah.